Hey everybody, welcome to day 11. I'm 007 here on the Appalachian Trail. Been hiking 27 minutes. I'm about a mile in. Been all uphill, of course, since Carter got shelter. But this right here, this is why I hike early in the morning. God, it's just a beautiful view with the mountains and the sun, and just can't seem to get enough of that. I didn't know if I was going to get to see some of the sun because I thought I was on the other side of this mountain, but it turned around and everything worked out. So last night, good night. It was 51 degrees this morning, so I think I was warm. I mean, I took my socks off, I was sweating, had to unzip my sleeping bag. So it was a good night. I slept good. I don't know why. I can sleep good in a tent, but I do. The wind was howling. I woke up a few times with that, but no rain or anything. And there's no rain in the forecast today, and there's no clouds in the sky right now. So that's a good thing. So I met at the shelter last night. 27-year Navy veteran trail named Hobo. She thru hiked the Appalachian Trail in 2014, and she heard me talking to another guy who I'll talk about here in a sec. And he was Army, and she came over to introduce herself, and we veterans seem to find each other out somehow, you know. Anyway, so Hobo is down here hiking for a couple days. Just, I guess she has a friend that's looking at trying to thru hike next year, so they're hiking together, just kind of get the feel for things. I guess kind of a shakeout hike. Anyway, so it was good to talk to her. I talked to her about Gold Star sailing, and she's actually from or lives up in Rhode Island, close to Newport, which is where one of the camps for Gold Star sailing goes or happens. They do one, I think one's in Fort Lauderdale. One's in Fort Lauderdale and one in Newport, Rhode Island. Oop, there we go again. No bloopers. Anyway, she was very interested in that and was going to look it up to donate. And I am hiking for that cause. If you want to know more about Gold Star sailing, go to goldstartsailing.org. I have a video hiking for a cause and on my page. Just look for that. I talk a lot about Gold Star sailing, and I have a link to Gold Star sailing, an interview, not an interview, a guy did a piece on that organization, so it's a link to that, so you can see that. And then if you want to know how to donate, I did a video short that I posted to show the pages and just how you go to donate. And it's all about the kids, teenage kids of Gold Star families. Gold Star family being a family that lost a loved one, a immediate family, in combat somehow. And a lot of these kids are struggling. A friend of mine did this, made this 501c3, and they've had great success with helping these teenagers, you know, deal with life. It's not a grief camp, but it puts a lot of like-minded teenagers together, and they form, honestly, they form some bonds for life. It's a lot of that's in the interview if you watch. So trying to raise $5,000. It's $2,500 each to send one of these teenagers to the camp. So I'm trying to send 2 of them to camp. They don't pay for anything, so it's all out of donation. And you know, Gold Star, I'm literally hopping along rocks because the trail is a little muddy back and forward here, and so it's funny, my boots will get soaked before the end of the day, but I still try to miss every water puddle I can somehow. you know, Gold Star Sailing, like I was saying, it's a all volunteer organization. Nobody's on salary, and that's what I was, you know, organization I was looking for. So yeah, if you can donate $1, $5, $100, I appreciate anything. Last check, the end of March, we were at $950. So, and that was, you know, less than 10 days into my AT through hike. So we're getting there, and I'll give you another update on the numbers the end of April. So, all right, I probably should use 2 hands in this little area right here. So met another veteran yesterday at the shelter. He didn't have a trail name when he showed up. He got there quite a bit. I already had my tent and everything set up. He wasn't sure even if he was going to stay there. That was already, I think, it was on a 10-11 mile day for him. I think he hikes a little faster than I do, just judging by he's on day, whoop, there we go again. He's on day 7 or 8, and I was on day 10. So yeah, so he's a little quicker than me, but we got talking. So he served 9 years in the Army, was stationed in Germany, so we talked a little bit about that. Turns out, but I guess the reason it all came up, when he got to camp, he sat down on the log beside me. We got talking, and I look over in his face. He had a rash all on the side of his face. It's pretty significant. And I said, what happened to you? You know, and here he had tripped over a root and took a fall, pretty good fall. And just that yesterday, you know, before he got to camp. So he didn't have a trail name, and we got talking. He seemed all right. Ended up spending the night there at the campsite. So I told him, I said, your trail name should be Trip, because he tripped over a root. And he took a picture of his face. He doesn't want to send it to his wife, obviously, because anyway, all you men that are married know why. So he I don't know if he's going to stick with Trip. It's Trip to me. And we're going to hike together, although not together. So we're going to link up this evening, and then he wanted to go into Franklin, and I'm going into Franklin, staying at the Grove Hostel again. So I gave him the number, and he was able to get a bunk there at the hostel. So we're gonna link up tonight at the shelter, and then tomorrow we'll figure out the plan for there. I'll talk about that here in a little bit. But yeah, and we'll just catch a shuttle or bus or whatever into Franklin from Winding Stair Gap. And yeah, so it's kind of playing with Trip. Interesting guy, pretty funny. Hope he keeps. I told him, I said, you know, your trail name could be a lot worse. It could be like Faceplant. But we'll see. Oh, looks like a good view. Let's check it out. Sometimes you're coming along the trail like this, and you see this little side trail right there, and you just know this is gonna be good. Let's see what we got. Oh, holy shit. Sorry if I'm swearing. Wow. Man, I'm so glad I made that right. That's beautiful. I don't care who you are. Man, I'll get a still of that one. Get a still picture and post too. I know I posted some stills in day 10's video. There was no music with it. The only music I found was corny. I think I found something better. And I still can't figure out how to get the picture for the whole frame, but I'll work on that as I go. And if anybody has any suggestions, please let me know. But for right now, I think I'm just gonna have a little bit of water and enjoy this view right here. I mean, that's why you're out here, right? Wow, just seen this sign. I don't know what it means, but it makes me think of Odie. I'm sure he's got some nice comments he could make right now. Probably not much to most of you, but that's a good water source right there. I seen somebody on Far Out posted 1 liter in 0.2 seconds. So I'm getting ready to go up Albert Mountain, which isn't that long, but evidently it's pretty steep. Everybody was talking about it last night. So I figured I'd stop here, eat a little bit of pemmican, have some water, camel up on the water, and then knock this bad boy out. Not doing too bad. I'm at 5 miles, 4.5 miles. 2 hours in, it's 9 o'clock. So, and a beautiful day. Man, a beautiful day.
Well, my name is Sunshine.
Well, hey, Sunshine, I'm 007.
007, nice. I like it.
God, this is a view worth stopping for right here.
Welcome to North Carolina.
Well, that's where I'm going. That tower up there. That last climb is a beast, they say. I guess we'll find out. Just a few steps. It's a significant event. But that tower is the 100-mile mark on the trail. So it's a big deal. Just got to get there. Almost there. You can see the tower right behind it. Oh, cool. First the trip.
Wow, that is awesome.
Look at that view. Whew. And almost to the top. We made it.
Hey.
Where's the sign?
Right here.
Come in. Hey.
So what do you think? Worse than you thought it was going to be, or not as bad?
I don't think about it.
Mountains.
Thinking about it makes it worse.
Yeah. So did I. Yeah.
100 miles. Woo!
100 miles. Almost.
99.9.
Right here. I got a piece of paper you need to sign. Trail this summer. Man, I don't know if we're gonna beat a view like this.
Early sun and the biggest sky grieves hills that I have ever.
The official 100. Been a good day. We're actually coming up here on I think it was 11Start shelter where we were going. So 8.7 miles today, but it's not even 11:30, and so we're gonna push to Rock Gap shelter. I think it's Rock Gap or Star Rock. I'll have it in at the end here. It's about another 3 miles. We're gonna stop for lunch here and then go another 3 miles. Trips with me. There's a couple of us right now all heading to the same place. Just seems kind of crazy to stop at noon. Yesterday I stopped at 1. I felt really good. So we'll just take our time for the last 3 miles and get to that shelter. The advantage is so tomorrow morning it's only like 4 miles, 3 or 4 miles to Winding Stair, So we'll be able to be there early in the morning, catch a shuttle. So that's good. And yeah, the other thing is they kind of recommend you have a bear canister in this area. So by going to the next shelter, I'm out of that window. But that wasn't a big concern. It's kind of a suggestion, not a mandatory thing. But anyway, so yeah, so electing to go for the just under 12 miles today, 11 something. I mean, I started at 7 this morning. I'm already at 8 miles at 11:20. So going pretty good and feel really good. So if I had any kind of pains or anything, I'd definitely stop. But we're just taking it easy. You know, the highlight of the day already has been Albert Mountain and that tower up there. So that was cool. Another great view. Hard to beat old Albert Mountain though. That was a good one.
That was a good one. Wide open.
All right, home for the evening. We'll wrap this up in a little bit. All right, everybody, I'm gonna wrap up day 11 here. Hopefully it's not too breezy. So good day, I think. I had a good time. Did more miles than I wanted to, but in the end it wasn't that big a deal, and I'll kind of explain how that worked. So we started at I started at Carter Gap Shelter this morning. The intent was to do about 8.7 miles, I believe, to I think it's Lone Star Shelter. But the reason I pushed it, and I know because I said I wasn't going to increase mileage, and I wanted to do 8, 8, and 7, but I need to make this shuttle at 9:30 tomorrow morning, and so I was going to have to do 7 miles before 9:30. And when I looked at the map, I thought, or if I just do another 3 miles today, then I only have to do 4 miles in the morning, and that seems a little more doable. You know, leave at 7, be there at 9, you know, a few minutes early. So the other kicker was there a bunch of warnings with bear vaults if you didn't have a bear vault before Rock Gap Shelter. They advised against it. So I thought, well, and as I looked at the map, the 3 miles from Lone Star, I think it was Lone Star, to here at Rock Gap Shelter is it was almost all level, just one little bump that wasn't hardly anything. So it was a good call. So I ended up doing 12.1 miles today. Took it easy the last, I mean, we were at the first shelter at noon. So I thought, man, I got all afternoon yet to kill. So, you know, I ate lunch there and then came here, and I think we were here by 1:30 in the afternoon. So it was still, you know, pretty easy day. So my total on the Appalachian Trail right now is 105.8 miles. Big thing today, and you should seen it in the videos, was Albert Mountain and the 100-mile point. So Albert Mountain has the tower up there, beautiful views from up there. The tower itself was closed. I couldn't get all the way up, but the 100-mile mark there is not really true. It's more like 99.9 there. The 100-mile is just a little bit down, so I think I took a quick video of that. Somebody had it, and then the rocks down, but most people just count the tower as the 100-mile mark, so that's why my pictures, you know, beside that was pretty cool. Elevation today, 2,103 feet, and I got to tell you, going up Albert Mountain, those stairs, man, whew, they put a whooping on me, but made it. It was a good time at the top. You know, everything worked out great. So that was clearly the big thing of today. So my blood sugars, I'm getting back under control now. This morning I was 159. You know, yesterday I did the protein bar, so I'm kind of curious how I'm going to go here. Today was a pemmican day for my snacks. So at lunch today I was 113, and then I've been waiting to do this video because I wanted to do my evening you know, right before dinner. So I was 112 here a few minutes ago, and then I'm getting ready to eat. So the numbers are getting back in the right area. We'll see how it goes tomorrow. So after I eat my dinner tonight, I'll be at 23.4 net carbs for the day, which is pretty good. Yesterday, my goal is just to be under 40. So yesterday I didn't have this when I did the video. It is on the description. I think it's 33.4 were my net carbs for yesterday for everything. So kind of keeping a little track of that, and we'll see how that goes moving forward. Yeah, Albert Mountain was 5,250 feet, so that was definitely, you know, a climb. Met a couple other folks who were in here in the shelter kind of talking. It's kind of nice. Everybody's, you know, kind of on the same page right now with mileage. So and talking about mileage. So tomorrow I'm going to go to Winding Stair Gap. It's about 4 miles, I think 3.9, 3.8 maybe. Going into Franklin, get my resupply box, and I'll spend the night in Franklin at the Grove Hostel again, and then come back out the next morning and start up from Winding Stair Gap, continuing on the Appalachian Trail. So yeah, if you like what you see, if you appreciate the channel and want to hear more, hit the like button, hit subscribe, and follow along.